do all of this, but you as the colleagues can gradually work on that leadership and give them subtle indications that how the organization needs to work. And you say, you don't need to present yourself. Say, oh, I was in the community and the community workers were saying that they're not getting enough support from the organization. Do you think that we need to improve something? So you can put it indirectly to the leadership, and hopefully the leadership would understand. But if they are a person who are oblivious to what is happening on the ground and they just want to come and sit in their 4x4 office and not listen to anybody, then God help us all. That's not public health. You better change that boss or the top leader. I wouldn't call them leader. They are all managers then. Because look, the difference between a manager and a leader is that a manager makes sure that everything is done right. But a leader is a person who not only makes sure that everything is done right, but they are also make sure that everything that you do is done for the right people at the right time and in the right manner.
Thank you very much for that answer. I hope that answered your question, Camilla. And we are now going to hear from Valerie.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ehsan. That's been an insightful one, and also to the facilitators as well. My question borders through compliance and learning, as you have established some key factors during your section. So my curiosity spans from balancing compliance and learning in advancement in career, especially working in fast-paced environment or multilateral environment. How do you balance compliance, learning after the 9 to 5, still delivering your job and meeting up with your responsibilities? Thank you, sir.
So there is no set rule for it. I can't say 9 to 5 compliance, 5 till midnight learning. You can't bifurcate both of them in that time sense. So while you're doing your compliance and data comes in, and you see that a lot of people who are smoking are very poor. And by addressing just the smoking and providing them with a cessation advice, you're not tackling the economic environment for them. So you need to kind of learn by looking at the data on what else can you do to make those people give up smoking. Or if you are in a community and then you say, we will dig a well, we dug a well, and then that well is being used by 200 people. But your data shows that 20 people are not coming back for the feedback. So you need to learn from it and say, well, if those 20 people didn't come, what were the reasons? Are they sick? Are they not using the water, which is clean and hygienic? Is the water being tested regularly? What are the other collaterals which may have happened for them to not respond? So your compliance model would say 20 people didn't show up for the follow-up, full stop. But your learning model during that 9 to 5 would say, what were the reasons for those 20 people not to come up with it? And if you don't have that in your questionnaire, you need to develop the better questionnaire by saying, we need to look at all those collaterals and the reasons for loss to follow up or why did the follow-up didn't happen. So you need to integrate it within the compliance model as well. It's just very careful planning and doing the structure properly. So for example, one of the management gurus that I worked with always said that we plan a research project very hurriedly. By the deadline, the research proposal needs to be submitted, and then we spend another 5 years doing the research. What he said was that you need to spend 5 years planning for that research and then do the research. If you have not put in enough hours on planning the research, then your research is going to go haywire and it won't be effective or successful. So planning phase is equally important for all these compliance and learning modules that we discussed.
Thank you very much for that answer, Valerie. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, Mr. Ehsan.